So I guess kind of something I wanted to talk about today is how focus is a skill. Focus is something that I have a thing for, but I also, if this makes any sense, I also have trouble with. Like, and when I say focus, I mean now when I'm focused on a goal, as far as like deviating from that goal, I'm good at focusing. Like for instance, if I only want to go, let's say it's oh, if I only want to go to an area for the specific purpose of doing a certain task. Like for instance, let's say if I want to go to a park and all I want to do when I'm there is simply work on doing explosive pull-ups, right? Now, in my mind, it's like it's easy to just go there and say, "Oh, well, I'm just going to do pull-ups," right? But obviously, like depending on how my body feels, I'm going to feel like doing lower body things. I'm going to look at things and say, "Huh, maybe I could train on that. Maybe I could train on this." But I am good at not deviating from my goal. Like I'm good at going there, doing just the fucking pull-ups. You know what I mean? Like if because it depends. It really depends on how I feel. I'm one of those people where I don't have a notebook. I don't write like a schedule of what I'm going to do for any type of training. I just know how my body feels each day, and I get up and just do what I feel needs to be done. Or if I don't have to do anything, like I should just be resting and focus on eating as much as I can, then I'll do just that. But so that's a different type of focus, right? Or like for instance, let's say if you're in a relationship, or let's say it's someone that you potentially like want to be in a relationship with, that type of focus I'm very good at. Like I'm very good at like not let's just say, you know how the saying goes, letting my eyes wander like around. Like I'll focus on that one girl and I won't really not that I don't have thoughts or look at other people like physically obviously, but I know I have no real intention, at least mentally and inside. Like I have no real intention to pursue someone else. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. Just like it's like if you're when you're in a relationship, I'm not even like there's not a cheating bone in my body. You know, I'm not the type of person to by any means be what's the word moving in a direction that is outside of that relationship. Okay, so I'm very good at that type of focus. Now, the focus that I really, what I'm talking about, I need to work on that I'm not good at, is that type of focus where, let's say, like you're meditating or something, or the focus where you're trying to like really concentrate on a certain task at hand that is not like a fitness thing, not like a workout, um, not like other things that you'd be doing physically with someone else. Like it's not like that. That's that it's like I'm good at that type of focus, but I'm talking about focus where it's like some dumb shit, where it's like, some shit you're doing at work or something. That's a perfect example. Some shit you're doing at work where it's like, you're told to do it, you're supposed to do it, but in the back of your head, there's so many other things that are so much more interesting and captivating that you just, you just fucking don't even like what's the word? Like you'll do the task, but like your mind literally wants to go on every other thing than that task. That's the focus I have trouble with. It's like literally, uh, my mind wants to go everywhere else but that fucking task. In fact, I would say the shit to me is so fucking stupid that I'm doing at that point that I almost want to not believe what I'm doing. I want to almost distract myself from the thing I'm supposed to not being distracted from because it's so fucking stupid and it's so bullshit to me. But the thing with that is, that's not good because you have to hone in your ability to focus on things, even if it's something that's uninteresting or it's like putting you to sleep or whatever. Kind of like I can recall memories where I was in church back in the day when I used to go to church, and like it could be something that, for whatever reason, like I'm gonna fucking keep it real. Actually, I'm gonna go a little bit off topic and go kind of trail off like I always do. Okay, I'm gonna keep it real. When I was in church, right? Um, and this is something that always pissed me off like a lot. So I figure I have to really rant a little bit on this because it made me so angry, and it still makes me angry to this day. And it still is one reason why I'm very put off to Christians or Christianity in the first place, because I realized I was always trying harder than a lot of people in there. That's just fucking honesty. Like, cause some people, it's like they go in there and like, their hearts were in what they were trying to accomplish and like what they were doing, but a lot of them, I could tell that they weren't really trying as hard as me. Simpler for two simple facts. One, because see, they have this thing in the church where, well, first, I'm about to really go deep into some shit that people maybe don't know anything about. For one, if you know anything about Christianity, you know there's a such thing as a sin. You know that like common things that people don't think twice about in Christianity would be considered a sin. It's kind of like a rule that you don't break because there's consequences. And then you also have to think that if you follow the logic, there's a God that's always watching things you're doing. So even if you don't, like, let's say, even if you don't tell someone about something that you did that was a sin or maybe wrong or made a little white lie or lied to someone or something, God supposedly sees that and is going to treat you in some type of way. He's going to do some type of action because there's always an action for every action. So, there's going to be consequences for things. So, number one, you're supposed to like really not tell. Really, okay, I'll put it like this. There's two types of Christians, man. Some that sugarcoat it and water it down, and then there's Christians that actually stay true to the real teachings. In reality, you're not supposed to be fucking lying at all. There's no such thing as a little white lie here and there. There's no. You're supposed to tell the truth, and then God is supposed to, like, for instance, let's say if you think you're going to like not get a job promotion or something because you had to be like dishonest in a certain way or do this or that in a certain way. You're really supposed to be 100% honest, and then God is supposed to take care of you, supposedly, and then things are supposed to pan out in your favor, and you're just supposed to believe, which, I'm gonna keep it fucking real. That is straight bullshit. Of my experience in life, shit does not work that way. If you think it works that way, that's your own fucking business. But I just have to say that. But you be cutting off your own fucking hand doing some dumb shit, thinking you're doing some good shit, and you're fucking dumb as hell. But that's what I have to say about that. But yeah, I was one of those. Like, I was one of those Christians who actually really read what the Bible said and then tried to really do what I was supposed to do. And a lot of those people, I admit, they were if you could call something cutting corners, they were cutting so many fucking corners that they cut the whole fucking floor off. They didn't cut the corner, they cut on everything. So and that's the truth. So, but I have to say, a lot of times in church, getting back to the point about focus, was a lot of times I was trying to focus so hard, I'll say, because I felt it was so imperative. Like, I felt like, I better get this down because this could mean that anything that I ever pray for or desire or is serious about in or is really emotional about and literally feels like life or death, I feel like it all fringes upon me getting this knowledge down and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Big ass surprise, found out the hard way. But that's part of focus. Focus is something that's supposed to be like imperative because you need to do something. So it's a task. Like you just there's no slacking. Like, you have to really focus. But it wasn't easy. Like, and it still isn't easy for some reason. Like I said, my mind would almost want to go on think about every other damn thing. Like, what am I going to be eating after this? What am I going to be doing here? And actually, when I was in church, physically, I overtrained. I was younger, and at some points smaller than I am now, but somehow even stronger at certain points because some of the training was just fucking ridiculous. Like it was like, some strength training I did on top of cardio on top of other things was fucking, it was just ridiculous. Actually, it was a recipe for disaster. It was like, because the thing about that is you will get stronger. You will have brute, like you'll be a tiny person and have this crazy brute strength that most people would, they when you put your hand on them, they'd be like, what the fuck? Like, how are you that strong? But you won't have any, what's the word? You won't have any muscle mass to show for it. Like, you won't look good at all. It'll look bad. You know what I mean? You'll look way too skinny. Um, and you'll have definition, but you'll be way too skinny. You'll need more volume. So what you need to do is you really, honestly, when you're lifting those weights or lifting those rocks or rocks and weights and all, because I was lifting every damn thing. I was lifting rocks, weights, logs, whatever I could get my hands on. But the thing is, you need to actually really focus on eating a lot, and then you have to also lower some of that weight. Like you got to do mid to more reps and lower that weight. To build muscle mass. Me, I just fucking didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I wanted to do everything at once. So it just no. But but I was thinking about fucking training, man. I wasn't focused. Like I was trying. I was focused, but the lack thereof. Like the trying, because it was difficult. Um, that's what this rant is about. And I often find that today, to where literally it feels like, um, even I'll also touch on too with anger. Like for instance, I'll be at a job and someone will say something to me, but they'll give me the slightest attitude, right? And my natural instinct, like me as a person, I'll want to fucking hit them right off the rip. Like the second I sense in someone's voice that someone is feeling arrogant or disrespectful, like they feel like they feel like they can get away with saying something a certain way or making a certain posture or gesture, I'm ready to knock your jaw off, off the drop of a hat. But that's just the way I am, okay? But on a job, well, then that'd be fired. And me, I'm one of those people where I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you're a boss, co-worker, whatever, secretary, or the fuck you are, whatever, how hard you think you are, or whatever the fuck you think you are. I'm one of those people that, you know, it doesn't give a fuck. I mean, I don't give a fuck. It doesn't matter to me who you are, your position, because the way I see it is, if it was in the street, I'd fucking attack you. You know what I'm saying? If it was in the street and I didn't think that there was like cameras or someone who would catch me, or I thought we were just alone and there's a chance that like I could get away with it, I would attack you because like I don't fear you. A lot of these people, a lot of men and women, the thing is they don't realize how actually outmatched they are. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll look at a guy like me and think that just because I'm not a typically big guy, but they have no clue what I'm actually capable of or what type of skills I have. They have no clue. So it'd be, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's just me. I just don't care. You know. And I don't change when I go into, the thing is, if you go into a setting, it doesn't mean that you just morph into this different type of person. No, I'm still the same person I am. I don't but I know this leads back to focus. Focus is, that means I have to let my ego go aside, shut my fucking mouth, let dumb shit slide, and do my fucking job. You know? It's like, am I gonna fucking attack my coworker or coworkers? Am I gonna fucking attack my fucking boss and whoop his ass? No. No. I'm not gonna. No. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna risk my job and freedoms because of just sheer anger. And give someone what would be coming to them. No. But the thing is this: is when I get that angry, and I can get that angry in a fucking split second. It could be something that someone would think is small, because I'm one of those people where that's just the way I am. You know, depending on the person, especially if it's a man, that's just the way I fucking operate. But what helps me to be like polite and still have self control and not be a complete fucking dangerous ass animal is focused. Is the fact that I have to remember I'm at this place for a reason. I have goals and I have agendas, and I'll be fucking damned and I will fucking die before I let any fucking thing, any mission, anything, any fucking goal, anything that I'm doing that is deathly important to me, because to me it's like life or death. If I'm trying to accomplish certain things, it's like life or death. It's like I can't live unless I accomplish this thing. So I have to focus on that. I have to focus on the end goal, the result. I have to focus on, you know, victory, winning. I have to focus on accomplishing certain things. And if I know that, like, even my own fucking temper is going to threaten me potentially getting a certain place, I'll just have to just swallow everything and just do what I have to do. And focus on the fact that, like, how much do you care about this? How much do you love this? How much do you love your freedom? How much do you love people or a person or persons or yourself? Fucking and focus on that. That's really what it is. It's like, you know, man, that's how it is even when I get home and simply I just, busted my ass at work and then realize I still have to fucking train when I get home. And I'm dog fucking tired. I have to focus on the future. I can't be like, well, I'm fucking tired. Well, in my mind, I'm like, well, you could be tired when you fucking hurt yourself. When I feel like I'm gonna hurt myself, then I'll stop. I won't do anything. You know what I mean? But that's focus, man. Like, I've always had an issue with focusing though. Like since a child, they had me on what they call Ritalin when I was a very, very, very young child at one point, because I had trouble focusing in school. Like very young, like probably kindergarten or something. Because I had trouble like concentrating and focusing on like anything. It's just fucking. It was pitiful, but I got better at it. But I'm still working on it. I still find that it's a very challenging thing. I don't know. It's not always one thing. Some people would say I have trouble focusing on something when it's important. Um, no, with me, it's certain things that are important. I have trouble focusing on, like work tasks, little weird menial tasks that require a lot of focus and a lot of like, I don't know, like keeping count of things. That shit just is just hard for me. Um, when it comes to me trying to get into the right state of mind and focus on something, or even when it comes to like, when you're like trying to go to sleep, but your mind wants to keep on fucking going into these negative like rabbit holes, I would call them. Like your mind's trying to go into these weird spirals of like these negative, terrifying, honestly, because it's always telling you things. Your mind's always telling you things that are like deathly terrifying, like things like you know you're always gonna be alone. Um, you're never gonna be the attractive enough guy to get that girl. She's always gonna choose someone else. You know, you're always gonna end up poor. You're always gonna end up homeless. Um, if you ever get anywhere in any business or anything, uh, you're just still always never going to find a woman. So you're going to be so depressed that you're not going to be able to make it or to do anything. You're going to commit suicide. You know, stuff like this. Like even if what's the word? Even if your friends were happy and you were happy, some fucking cataclysmic thing is going to happen to where you're going to lose everything. Like you could have a family, you could have a wife and maybe a child or a stepchild or something or whatever, and it would be to you seem like the perfect thing, but some outside force of something is going to ruin that because you just never ever are going to be happy. Or sometimes this is some crazy shit, right? Like my mind, I'm telling you some real shit. Like I'm letting you get into my psyche, into my fucking psyche, which is a little bit touched. Honestly, I gotta keep it real. It's a little bit fucked up. And I don't know where this shit comes from, but this has always been my life's challenge. It's part of my challenge, just in my brain, of like it's my mind's always telling me some shit like the reason why you're never happy and you never get what you want, or you never find a girl that you want, and no girl ever wants you enough to stay with you or whatever, or to choose you over some other guy that she has different options, is because you're just a fucking monster. You know what I mean? Like, you're just evil. You're just unnatural. You're too what's the word? Too judgmental on people. You're too critical on yourself. You're too critical on everything. You need to just relax and just accept like mediocrity and accept having things that you don't want. And you're bitter. It's like almost like my mind wants to tell me that literally I don't deserve anything good in life. I don't deserve anything I want because I'm just evil and just mean. Like I'm supposed to be some fucking pussy, and I'm supposed to be just some what's the word? What's a settler? Like I'm just supposed to settle for some bullshit when I know that I could get way better, deserve better, because I know motherfuckers who I've seen who are literally about nothing. These motherfuckers are about, and when I say about nothing, I mean about nothing. Like they're nothing. They're not super intelligent. They're not what's the word? Creative. They're not unusual in any way. They're not fucking attractive. They're not. They're not even attractive in any way. Um, they're not talented. They're fucking lazy. I've seen some motherfuckers to where I wonder, like, okay, like I'll look and I'll be like, okay, now this is some fucked up shit, but just saying it. Like I'll be like, okay, well your girl looks like shit, so I can understand two shits match, but how'd you even get that motherfucker? It's like in my mind, I think, how the fuck did you? Because like fuck, I'm thinking, how did you even get that? Because you look like, and not just look, you act like people tell me stories about you, man. Like people, you think I don't know about you? Like people have told me stories about you. So how you think I don't know about you? Like I know your business because everyone knows everybody. So I know how lame you are. It's like what the fuck. So I'm just saying, man. Like even people who are the most attractive, most wealthy, most talented in this sometimes they fuck up everything for themselves, especially in terms of relationships and finding happiness because they're not good enough internally. Like what I'll put it like this is if someone was to think I'm a monster, I'm not really. I'm more of a fucking monster for the right reasons because I'm just sick of things. Some people are weird motherfuckers. Like they're narcissists. They're what's the word? Incapable of love, incapable of affection, incapable of commitment. Like they could never commit to a woman, and a woman wants them and wants to commit to them, but they never can give her that because they're just not capable of it. That's some now to me. That's some fucking unnatural monster type shit. That's some shit that's like that I can't fathom because well I can but I mean I can't relate to it because that's not me in any way. Like I'm the opposite of that. But when I see people like that, I realize what it is they're not fit for a certain thing. Like they're not made for it. It's sort of like a dog is not made to be a math teacher, obviously, right? Right? Dogs don't teach math. It's like neither do fucking chimpanzees. People teach math. You know what I mean? So I look at it like that. It's the same thing. But see, my fucking what's the word? Self negative psyche always will 100%. And this is what I mean about focus. So I have to focus on telling myself like that's not true, and even if that is true, then how do I know that's true? You know what I mean? Like how do I actually know something like that is true? Um, when I have to have certain experiences that would teach me that that's actually true, and if that was something true, then there's no escape from it. Then you know what I mean? But then it's impossible for me to ever be happy, and I will always be alone, and I will always be miserable, and I will ultimately either commit suicide or die in some like weird way where it's like literally just alone and no one is no one's watching, no no one cares, and everyone around me is just going about their business, happy or not, and everything was just pretty much pointless. So that shit sounds crazy, but I know there has to be motherfuckers out there that have that same mind, like a thing that plays over and over and over and over and over in their fucking mind, fucking constantly. You know what I mean? And that's me, especially when I go to sleep. For some reason, this is the thing I hate the most about that shit. Is for me, the shit is like a default. You know what I mean? It's not scary shit. I'm in the dark right now. Do you see this lighting, motherfucker? I mean, like I have to. I'll keep it real. And this is what I mean. It's a spiral. Like, man, wouldn't call myself evil, but I'm into a bunch of dark shit, and I don't mean like harming people, and like, what's the word? Senselessly harming or bashing people for just the sake of it. Like, no, I just like dark and creepy shit, and honestly, I like dim light because it's fucking soothing. Because I don't like a lot of light. I don't like a lot of artificial light blinding me. So I'm in the fucking dark. Okay. So it's not like when I have like thoughts or dreams or images, it's not about like some Halloween scary spooky shit that everyone else is scared of. This shit doesn't it doesn't there's not I don't understand it. I don't understand what you're scared of, something you don't know. You know what I mean? I understand what an immediate threat is though. It's like if a monster was going to attack you, well then you're going to get fucked up, right? But if it's just sitting there just looking at you, then you might as well ask like, what the fuck are you doing here? You know what I mean? That's my mentality. That's the way I'm marked. It's like, what are you doing here? Who are you? What are you doing here? You know, ask the motherfucker to leave, it might leave. I don't know. But I'm saying that to say no. The things that are terrifying to me is shit like dying alone. You know, never finding the right woman or never being good enough or attractive enough or something enough to get the woman that I have feelings for, or a woman that maybe is interested in me or dating me, but for whatever reason just fucking disappears, like always, you know, um, shit like that, shit like that. What's the word? Just even crazier shit, like crazier shit. Like I imagine, like I'll be like, okay, picturing my life and I'm happy and like, and then for some weird reason, some outside force, and I don't mean no spooky shit. I just mean like like outside force, like incidences, like some incidences cause us to have to split apart or whatever because of like money, finance, or whatever. You know what I mean? And it's like I would never expect it, but that's just how things happen. Because money sometimes just destroys people's relationships. Like the relationship is good, but then like uh, shit happens to where the woman feels like, or it could be the man. Somebody feels like they need more. You know what I mean? They're not comfortable enough for some crazy shit or whatever. But then you have people who are like homeless and somehow still always together in a relationship. So it goes both ways. But yeah, man. See, I have to literally, and this is another hard thing that I have to like do, right? With the focus. I mean, with the focus, I have to intentionally focus on positive thoughts and images for me to not go into a crazy. Because the thing about me is like, if I go into that spiral, what'll happen is I'll end up having what they call a nightmare. You know what I mean? Do you know what a nightmare is? Like everyone knows what a nightmare is. That what that means is I'll fixate on it so much that it'll manifest itself in the form of a twisted dream that I'll like believe is real for maybe a few seconds, maybe a minute or two or something. Because I'm a lucid dreamer, so it takes me quicker than most people to realize I'm in a dream. Or I'll experiment, like I'll do something to see, like I'll try to like stick my finger through a wall or something, and if my finger goes through a wall, motherfucker, I know I'm dreaming at that point because I'm not sticking my finger through any walls in reality. You know what I mean? So, but the thing is, I don't like even going there because it sticks with my psyche and it fucking rattles my psyche. I'm telling you, like I might seem put together, but little shit like that, little thoughts like that, rattle my fucking psyche. Okay? And there ain't no, I'm gonna keep it real, there ain't no mental help or no counseling that can help that. It's just something that you have to intentionally do yourself, and then you have to prove to yourself, somehow in life, you have to prove to yourself that it's not true. Like, you have to find happiness, you have to get with a girl, you have to get certain things, you have to just live in as, day after day, after time, especially with women, because see, women help, because the thing is, a good woman reaffirms things, will tell you, that, she's not going to leave, this and that, you know what I'm saying, how good of a man you are. So you have confidence in that because they're showing it and telling it. But the thing is, without that, you you may have, what's the word I'm saying? Like I'm trying to say, you may not fucking think anything positive. That's the thing. It's like literally I realize my brain does not think positive things unless I intentionally try to make it think positive things, or unless someone that seems like they're just truthful or genuine tells me something positive. You know what I mean? Or I come to the conclusion that something is truly the truth and it's positive, if that makes sense. You know, that's like, for instance, why I don't like a lot of music. I don't listen to a lot of music. I don't listen to a lot of certain music. You know what I mean? Because like, all it does is reinforce negative thoughts. You know what I'm saying? I'll even go deeper. I'm about to go really deep. I'm about to go balls deep in this motherfucker. You get that joke? I'm about to go. I'm about to go BBC balls deep. Okay. What I'm going to touch on is this: is how, cause I don't want to get too racial. I don't want to seem racist or be racist. Cause I'm going to say like one music I like. I don't hate all of it, but a lot of it I fucking hate is country music, man. Because see, country, all that shit talks about is fucking white people. For the most part, that's all that shit's talking about. It ain't talking about like no fucking black man in his girl, in his wife, in his fucking farm, in his you get what I'm saying? It ain't talking about that. And it's not, nothing's wrong with it because it's mostly a white genre. So most people that sing country are fucking Caucasian, obviously. You know what I mean? So it's nothing like what's the word? Malicious. And honestly, a lot of people are not racist. They're not. They're white, but they're not. They're not actually racist. You know what I mean? So it's not like they're like trying to exclude black people. It's just a wider genre. Just like, but I'm about to say hip hop. This is where I'm going to get real deep, right? Now, hip hop is another type of music sometimes, or R&B, that I don't like to listen to at fucking all. Like, I'll listen to it. Don't get me wrong, I love certain hip hop and certain R&B, but I don't listen to it a lot because of the words. Because the thing is, the words are not like reaffirming positive thoughts and thought patterns. Like, it's not telling you things about how like you know how it's possible for someone to be in a beautiful, wholesome relationship, a man and a woman, and you know, live their days out, enjoy their life, enjoy their friends, and like have actual real love. See, they want to talk about all this fucking sleazy ass nonsense, like about having a fucking baby mama here, and when you're in jail, your bitch is fucking your friend Ronald or whatever the fuck his name is, you know what I mean, or whatever, or girl, even girls. I mean, fucking woman is in jail because black people. Let's keep it real. We always, not always, but we end up in jail a fucking lot. Let's keep it real, because shit happens. get out of control, you assault somebody, and you can end up in jail. So jail is part of our fucking culture. It's part of it. It's part of hip hop. It's part of our culture. Don't fucking try to act like it's not, because it fucking is. Okay, but so what I'm saying, you get what I'm trying to say. Hip hop's gonna talk about, and hip hop lyrics are gonna talk about relevant things, and things that are relevant to us black people. Okay, but a lot of it's negative. It's incredibly negative, and it's fucking disgusting. And it actually gives us a bad name. And it actually gives men like me a horrible fucking name. And a lot of women have preconceived notions about a black motherfucker like me. They think that I'm gonna fucking like I'm what's the word, incapable of real love, or I don't want real love. I don't want a real relationship. I don't want a classic marriage. I don't, like, are you fucking serious? What the fuck do I look like to you? Do you think that, like, for instance, do you think I would get up every morning and walk around and let motherfuckers disrespect me and act fucking stupid and make big claims and say all this dumb shit and act like a fucking fool on a fucking job site even? Do you think I would let that shit slide if I did not have a sound enough mind and a desire to actually want what a man really should want in life? Do you like, what do I look like to you? Do you think I would give a fuck about anything if that was my mentality? Do you see some of these guys who actually operate like that, and the things that in the things that they actually want? Like, I'm saying, do you see the things that some of these guys that are really like that actually want, especially that are black? Do you see the lives they live? Do I look like I have fucking? I don't give a fuck who. I don't give a fuck who I offend. Because I'm just keeping it real. Do I look like I have fucking children and baby mamas to you, motherfucker? Do you see that shit? Do I have kids anywhere? No, right? Do I look like I'm fucking some bitches and then leaving them with children and then just leaving? Do I look like that to you? What do you hear? What negative thing do you hear any woman fucking saying about me? See, that's what I just have to say, you know. But the problem is this: is that these fucking, and these R&B motherfuckers too, and even these white. Because the thing is, now what you have is you have fucking white people that make black music in are so in tune with the black culture now that these motherfuckers might as well be fucking black. Because they've adopted the culture to where now they want to sing about and rap about. They want to sing and rap about the same shit that dumb black motherfuckers want to rap and sing about. They want to, men and women, they want to talk about all of this dumb shit. And what they accept sometimes is some dumb shit. Like, how could you smile talking about, having like a double fucking relationship where you got a fucking kid here, a baby mom there, and you're fucking this person here and this guy here and this woman there and this, or also what I also have to touch on is how all these motherfuckers want to be just bisexual now. Like, you can't just fucking it can't just be simple. It's like you got to have like a fucking man and a woman and you're in an open relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, like everybody's just fucking, like, so you mean to tell me that you don't have it in you to just have like a man and a woman, or a man and a man, or a woman and a woman, whatever? You can't just have a normal relationship and just get fucking married eventually? Like, you can't fucking do anything right? Is that what this is? See, that's what I mean, man. See, that's bullshit. And everyone has their own life and can do their own thing, but it fucking disgusts me. You know, that's the reality of it. For me, it's fucking just completely disgusting to me, honestly. But whatever. You know what I mean? I don't fucking make the rules. I don't make the rules, man. I just live in the same world you live in, but I don't make the fucking. But if I did make the rules, I'd fucking kill all you motherfuckers. Not all, but I'll put it like this: I don't give a fuck how that sounds. I'd slaughter a lot of people, cause the shit would go my way. Matter of fact, you know what it'd probably be? I'd probably fucking, in a fantasy world, I'd get with the woman that I want. Maybe have a couple of comrades that I deem are worthy, and go to a whole nother fucking planet. Not even saying I'd populate that planet, I would probably have some children there, and maybe just visit other fucking planets, man. That's, that that would be my fantasy if I was a godlike being that could do that. Okay, but this Earth, tell you this: if I experience some shit like from a different perspective, and I saw this shit going on, I would fucking destroy this planet in a heartbeat. It'd be gone. And I'm not gonna waste the time to check every person to see who's good and who's not. You'd all be fucking gone. Shit, and if I myself was on it from a different perspective, I'd be gone. You know? Like for instance, when I throw out a fucking some trash, I don't give a fuck if it's ants, roaches, and caterpillars in there. All the motherfuckers are getting thrown out. Everybody's getting done. Everyone's getting destroyed. There's no. I don't have time for that. Do you get the fucking point? You get what I'm really trying to say? So, what I'm trying to say is, someone could say, "Oh, well, you're a fucking monster." Oh, really, motherfucker? Okay. So let me ask you this: if you ever had an enemy or people that you hated, and you could snap your fingers and make them disappear, you mean to tell me you wouldn't? So if that's the truth, okay, maybe I don't deserve any happiness because I'm just such a fucking monster. Okay, but that's not true, you know. But I go to say is my psyche uh will always say things like that, you know, like, oh, you're just so fucking rotten, so you know you don't deserve anything, and that's not the fucking truth. You know, actually, I think it's the complete opposite. I think what the actual truth is, you know, I have very sound logic and very sound and logical desires that are natural. But see, a lot of these people are not very natural. They're a little really fucked up and fucking weird, you know? Um, and it's pitiful and it's fucking disgusting, you know? Like, think of this. Tell me how the fuck you can watch, because I've seen this before. I've physically seen this before. Is how you could watch people, right? And you can see how there's a woman or a man, and that person is truly loving, truly caring, truly loves that other individual, and they don't cheat on them. They could do a lot of shady shit behind that person's back or whatever, because that person that's doing the cheating and the double timing, the shady shit, is doing all that shit, but they don't. But then that other person does pretty much whatever the fuck they want, and they're really getting away with murder. You know what I mean? So I look at it like this: that shit is monstrous, and that shit is unnatural. Because the thing is, you know, I mean, like, do you have any fucking conscience? That's all I have to say about, like, do you have any conscience at all? Like, so in my mind, no, a motherfucker like that doesn't deserve. People, I put it like this: people who have things and squander them, or what's the word? Squander things that they have, whether that's like wealth, housing, a spouse, a partner, whatever the fuck that they have. Those are the motherfuckers that I think deserve to be what's the word? Driven into madness and maybe commit suicide, or, and that might sound harsh, but I don't give a fuck, man. Because I'm not that soft. That's how I have to put it to you. I'm just not that soft. You know, some people look at people and they have this like soft-hearted little like what's the word? Damn, what's the word I'm looking for? Disposition. They have this disposition of like softness, where it's like, oh, he's not that bad of a guy, or she's not that bad of a girl. You know, they have a family, they have this, they don't deserve. I don't give a fuck what the fuck, man. If I see you and I see you doing some dumb shit, and I'm just feeling a certain type of way, I don't really care what the fuck happens to you. Read between the fucking lines. You know, please just read between the fucking lines and see what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, you're an ant to me, motherfucker. I don't value you. I don't give a fuck what happens to you. You'd probably be better off dead. Or off of this earth. You know? Because all you're fucking doing is wasting someone's time and torturing someone And maybe you're too dumb to even fucking know it, but probably you don't fucking care is what it is. You know it, but you don't fucking care. So that's what I mean about people like that, people that do those type of things. It's like, how can I have respect for you? How can I really how can I, like the words, what I'm trying to say is, how can I mourn anything when something bad happens to you? Because, and I'm probably kind of close this angry ass rant here, you know, about focusing on the positive, regardless of how much this fucking disgusting ass world and these disgusting people want to always uh, be backward, because you're backwards as fuck. That's really what the issue is. You're backwards. You know, you look at me and you say, "Oh, you're this or that." No, you're this and you're that, motherfucker. You're backwards. You know, I have to intentionally focus on the opposite because everybody wants to be dumb as shit and backwards in this modern world and society. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is this is like, you know, I'm a motherfucker who tries to accomplish things that are pure with a pure end. Okay. So if all I want is a little bit of comfortability and a loving wife, and that's it. Because, you know, like, I would like to have friends, but if they don't happen, then fuck them. They don't happen. You know what I mean? But that ain't going to happen because I make friends easy. So I know that it's like, there are certain things I know. Like for instance, yes, I know I can make friends incredibly fast and easy. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't like. I hate it actually. I hate the fact that like I'll go out somewhere and for some reason people always want to talk to me that I don't want to fucking talk to at all. For no, like, I have no interest in anything about them. You know what I mean? But then they want to fucking talk to me. You know what I mean? Um, that's fucking disgusting to me. I hate that shit, man. You know, I despise that shit because it's like, where are the motherfuckers I actually want in my life at? Where the fuck at? You know, it's like, that's what I don't understand. It's like, I don't fucking get how that works. You know, like, it's so easy to make friends for me, but then I cannot find a woman, or if I find friends, they don't want to do shit. They just want to sit around and do fucking nothing. They never want to do anything. You know what I mean? Or not. I mean, nothing I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to work out. Don't want to train. Don't want to improve anything physical about themselves. Don't even seem to want to do any, even mentally, don't want to fucking do anything. Like, except sit around and maybe fucking, maybe eat, maybe play some fucking video games, maybe just talk about some shit, watch something. Like, there's, you know, there's anime, there's movies. Like, you know, the word consumer, they want to be consumers or buy some shit with money they don't even have. You know, it's like, fuck that shit, man. You don't realize how angering that is. You know, so fuck, man. What I'm trying to say is this. You know, I have to focus intentionally. It's a skill. I have to learn this skill. I have to learn how to focus better. You know, I'm getting better. Like, I've been getting better because I've been really intentionally focusing on positive things and been like retraining my mind to work a certain way, especially when I'm falling asleep. But I have to say, it's hard, man. Like, this fucking this fucking whole city around me, and this fucking world around me, but this fucking city, you know, because shit, you know, I live in the city. I don't live in the fucking world. You know what I mean? I fucking hate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I admit sometimes I want to just burn everything. You know, that could sound sinister to you, and it fucking is, motherfucker. Get that through your head. It is sinister. You know, I want to burn everything and every person that's in it sometimes. Not everyone in this city, my bad. Because I have to, there are some people I love in the city. You know, there definitely are, and not just in the city. I mean, like, in this, like, what's the word? State. Yeah, like in this state and even further. Like, so I don't mean everybody, but let me keep it real. The fucking majority of motherfuckers, I'd just let this shit on fire and walk off, man. You know, if I could, obviously, no, no. But you know, man, I have to say this. I have to say, you gotta learn to focus, man. It's like the saying when they say, hatred keeps you alive. It's like that. You just have to. Because if you don't focus and you don't stand for something, then you fall for anything. If you don't fucking get deathly serious about what you're focusing on, well then you're gonna get fucking stepped on. Okay? And another thing I have to say, going aside, this is a crazy fucking rant, man. This is rant is buck wild and crazy. Like it always is. This is a crazy fucking rant, man. So I'm gonna tell you this. What you need to do is you need to have so much fucking hatred in you that you accomplish your fucking mission. You know? Because if you lose and you don't accomplish your mission, then your life was worth nothing. You get what I'm saying? Your life was worth nothing. Not really. But you lost. And you paid dearly. You know what I'm saying? Life is short, but it doesn't feel short. You know what I mean? You will feel it. That's all I have to say. You will feel it. You don't want to feel that. So the thing is, you have to have enough fucking hatred in you to, what's the word? Push out things that don't serve you. What I mean by that is like people who you know that they're not going to bring anything positive that you need into your life. Fucking count them as nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers that may seem friendly or seem like friends or this or that. They're not going to really attribute things you really want into your life. They're like parasites. I'll tell you. You know how many times that I've had friends to where, or people I considered were friends, or like people who were close to people I had as friends or have as friends, and they did some shit to where it was just like made them way more trouble than they ever thought they could be worth. If that makes sense, that happens a lot because it's almost like people are too afraid to be so vicious that they push people away and are antisocial and they push. For me, it's actually easy. It's actually the most natural thing. It's hard. I'll admit, it's hard for me to do that with women in general. It's kind of hard, but it's hard for me to do with a woman that I actually have like feelings for, like intimate feelings for. It can feel almost damn near impossible to push a woman away like that. But when it comes to like men, it's second nature. It's like swatting a fly to me. It's nothing. I could fucking light them on fire and not blink. That sounds heartless, but that's the truth. They don't mean shit to me. Nothing. You know? But that's how I am with a lot of strangers. They just don't mean shit. Don't fucking nothing. You know what I mean? I'm just built like that. That's just me. Call me a fucking monster if you want. Fuck you. I don't care. But what I'm saying is focus, man. Focus. Focus. Okay? Learn to focus. And learn to value the things that you acquire and things that you deserve to treat better. Focus on that shit. And don't fucking let your little eyes fucking wander all over the place and whatever. And when you're actually trying to intentionally focus on yourself to better your psyche, because this fucking crazy, disgusting ass world, because this is another thing, this is a long ass rant, but fuck it. Another thing is, I love how people try to act like they're all pure and shit and try to act, friendly, they try to act this, but really, if you could see what they think, and I'm not saying that I'm fucking psychic and I can see people's think, but I do have a knack for, like, reading off of people's vibes, and they don't have to really say much of anything, and I just get, like, a sixth sense of people. You'd fucking step on them. Like a roach, you'd squish them. You'd crush them. Because you'd get disgusted. That's the thing about a lot of people. If you could see what they think, you would want nothing to do with them. And not literally, but it just so happens that a lot of times I do see what people think. It's not literal, but if you can even understand that or even get a glimpse of what I'm saying, sometimes I do see what people think. And oftentimes I'm right. I'm spot on. So I fucking push them away. I don't want anything to do with them. I don't want to fucking even associate with them at all. So that's my fucking angry, crazed rant for the day, and I hope you took what you should from it. And let me tell you this: if you're some judgmental motherfucker, or you're so ignorant that you just don't even get anything I'm saying, and you think this guy's crazy, well, you know what? You're lost, man. You're lost. Matter of fact, you're so lost that you forgot what a man is. You forgot what a human being is. You don't even know. You know, you're so brainwashed that you think that the shit you see in this mainstream, in these politics, and all this bullshit, and all this mainstream shit that you see on TV, if you think that's reality, you're fucking lost.